make sure I like her. I definitely. Ooh. Ooh. Good morning. I cleaned that off good. Good morning. All right. Oh shoot, we didn't even hit start. Dang it. My lip gloss. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. What we doing? Today is March 31st. We are gonna finish chapter 1 today. Good morning. We can't be still read. We got to finish the chapter. So we're gonna get in and knock this out real quick. So I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend, and yeah, I hope you are ready to get started. Let's get it started in here. What's up? But it ain't setting up right. Setting up. Alright. I thought I could put this on a sign here. Good morning. Oh Lord, here we go again. All right. We are finishing up chapter 1. This was some good stuff over here. I hope this is going. Why is it? I just don't understand. Hey, Batonko 24. How are ya? All right, we about to get started. Let me pull this over here. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let's get this started. So it says YouTube is not responding, so we got some issues happening over here. On checking it out. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to get started. Hey, Rhonda, good morning. I'm just getting things started. I know it takes some time for. I've been trying to work on not actually sending the shares out. I've just been allowing things to happen naturally. So, today we'll be reading "I Am My Brand" by Kubi Springer. We'll be we'll be finishing chapter 1. This chapter was really, I would say, hey, Six Plus. It was a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be reading a whole lot throughout the live. So let me see here. Let me come over here. Things real quick. I'm trying to figure out why this says is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I think I need to take a screenshot of this and figure out what's going. I hope you can hear me okay. Happy day, happy day. All right, so we're finishing up chapter 1 of I Am My Brand. It's your girl Mecca Joy, and welcome to the Growth Hour, where we are leveling up for unstoppable growth. And today we are live on YT, and we're live on TikTok. And for some reason, I keep getting a message that says it's not enough video. So I've been trying to figure out why that is. So right now I'm just wanting to take a screenshot of this so after this I can figure it out, because I got quality camera, I have quality sound, I have quality internet. So it's like, what can it be now? And I think I totally get when people are just like, you know, becoming doing this content creating, and people make it seem like it's so easy sometimes, but then you get these hiccups and you're like, okay, what am I doing wrong? What setting do I need to have things set up? You know what I mean? They said use this and you'll be okay, and then boom, you use it and you're like, no, that's not working for me. So right now it's just a learning experience, and it just keeps saying YouTube is not receiving enough data or something. So I just got to figure out what I need to do to make sure that people on this side are doing it. Good morning, Stephanie. Morning, Shorty. Stephanie, why am I scrolling last night and I see you, and I did not realize you got several posts that then went super viral, and I'm like, I know this lady. I'm like, I know this face. I know this lady face. I was cracking up. I was like, oh my God. I said, yeah, I was like, I wanted to screenshot it because I'm like, oh my God, I need to send this to you. But I'm like, I know you already know you're posting viral, but it was the first time I seen it. So I was just all excited. I was like, I know her. But it was nice seeing that for you. I was like, okay, that's what's up. Um, but yeah, so right now I was over here trying to figure out what's going on with YT, but we're going to just keep going. It is what it is. I'll research later why I keep getting this message, and I'll figure it out later. But right now we're going to get started. We are reading I Am My Brand by Kubi Springer, and we're finishing up chapter 1, and I'm just excited. It's Monday. Um Things are like the Monday just been, I won't even say it's been a good Mondaying. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for liking the live. It's been a good Monday this morning. Um, but I also know that we got work to do and we ain't got time to be playing no games. You know what I'm saying? I'll figure out this light is light or something. Something's going on. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me share it out to everybody because it is Monday and I know people I almost forgot to go live. I was on the phone with my cousin and I was like, oh shit, it's almost 11 o'clock. And then a friend of mine has a comedy show tomorrow. So we were picking up comedians this morning and they were trying to ride around and do content to, promote the show and stuff like that. And I was just like, all right, I'll drive. And I'm like, oh no, I got work. I got meetings. I can't be hanging with y'all. Like, no, I got things to do. So I'm here. We're getting it done. Um so yeah, like I said, we're going to be finishing chapter 1 last week. I'm gonna just go over some things that we talked about on Friday. I guess I'll just just do a little recap real quick. So on Friday we went over part 2 of chapter 1, Own Your Truth, and here are some key takeaways so far. It's not enough to it's not enough just to know your truth. You didn't mess up. Sorry. Oh snap! I didn't messed up. I didn't messed up. Hey, I am Miss Ebony McGee. What's up? What's up? All right, thank you for coming in, Stephanie. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Here we go. Here we go. I'm trying to recap on Friday. So we're finishing up chapter 1 of I Am My Brand, and if oh my goodness, I don't know how much better this internet is. It's unresponsive. All right, here we go. Why is it acting weird today? I hope y'all can hear me, and I hope that is fine. I hope there's not glitching on your end. Go grab this, or you could probably download it on Audible or one of those platforms, but definitely check it out. Well, I was trying to read our affirmations and stuff, but I'm having a little issues with getting to the page. So, or seeing the stuff. So, I'm going to just get started so we can keep it moving and we can stay focused on this lovely Monday. All right. So, we left off. It says, like attracts like because energy is contagious. I'm a strong believer that the universe is like a big genie in a bottle. And every single day, the universe is saying, your wish is my command. If you turn around and say, I want to build my personal brand, and then I want to build my personal brand, then the universe will respond, your wish is my command. The universe doesn't know anything different other than what you said. I want to build my personal brand means you're not doing it. It's something you're hoping for in the future. And so every day that you say, I want to build my personal brand, you're putting the success of building your personal brand in the future because the universe is saying, your wish is my command. The key here is to remember that where your focus goes, your energy flows. Whatever you're focusing on, talking about, and constantly repeating like a mantra on replay is exactly what you are going to get. So, why not try focusing on something else? Why not try saying something that actually helps you get to where you want to be? How about you try this? I am so happy I'm building my personal brand, or hey, ecstatically, Tori, or I'm so excited that money and deals have landed in my account. Let's just say that. Listen, that was my reality this morning. I am so happy. I am so happy. I am building. Oh, where we at? Hold on. Sorry, I lost my place. I lost my. Oh, I'm so happy that money and deals have landed in my account. Say these things out loud. Okay, good morning. I hope you can hear me okay. Good morning. Say these things out loud or replace them with what you want and what you need. Does it sound corny or odd? If it does, it's because you're not used to feeding your wolf. That it sounds silly to feed your dog. Think about that for a minute. It means to you that it sounds silly. It means to you that it sounds silly for you to be positive. But if you keep doing it, keep thinking it, even if you start off by doing it by yourself only, then over time it will start to feel natural. Remember, the more you speak about a thing, the more it comes true. Hey, thank you, V. Good morning. Because you make it true. You say it. The universe agrees with you, and your thoughts determine your actions. Your actions, when repeated, give you your habits, and your habits give you the results. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, things will go awry. And I'm not telling you to ignore the negativity that's happening in your life. I'm just reminding you to stay focused. And I'm reminding you not to focus on the negative stuff. Do not focus on the size of the problem, but the scale of your achievements. Do not feed the wolf, even in the most desperate of moments, even when the gremlins are starting to scream at you, acknowledging whatever bad thing has happened, and then focus on feeding the dog. Neuroscience have proven this theory, explaining that cognitive ease or fluency is the measure of how easy it is for our brains to process information. The cognitive ease associated with something will alter how we feel about it and whether we are motivated to invest our time and effort in it. Nobel Prize winning economist Daniel Kahneman explains that our brains have two modes of thinking. The first that operates automatically and quickly, with little or no effort and no sense of voluntary control. And the second system that pays more conscious attention to information presented, especially in the case of that which demands more cerebral effort, such as complex calculations, for example. Well, they're getting a little deep here, y'all. So listen, tune in, just hold on for a second, all right? When cognitive ease diminishes because the mental effort required too much or too complex, we engage the second system of effortful mental activity and switch to a state of cognitive strain. The cognitive ease principle reveals that when people have to switch the second system of thinking, causing cognitive strain, they become more vigilant and suspicious. It results in a decrease in confidence, trust, and pleasure involved in contemplating the mental action. In other words, people are happier and more receptive towards familiar and easily understandable situations in which they feel safer, more confident, and at ease. That's why it'd be so hard trying to build a business or build your brand or do all of this stuff, because you think, or just be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if building your brand has to do with building you, right? Sometimes we just think, oh, we can build a business and then we don't have to worry about it. That's why sometimes you see, really successful people and they're, maybe overweight or stuff like that because they haven't maybe necessarily done the inner work. You know what I'm saying? Alex Hibbs. Okay, I'll make sure I write that down. You said Overthinker by Alex Hibbs. Let me write it down so I won't forget. Alex Hibbs. I'll check that out. Um, but yeah, that was just that's interesting. So as a result, if you repeat or expose information to yourself frequently, you're more likely to feel that it is true, because things that feel true relate to a cognitive of ease. They feel good, familiar, effortless. And as such, a cognitive ease can be artificially created. Therefore, your job is to pay attention to what is coming as an easy thought. What words are extremely comfortable saying about you and your brand? When you study, your truth will identify if you are feeding your dog or your wolf. So here's some homework for you guys. Hey, Nate, how have you been feeding your wolf? How better could you feed your dog? Now, remember last week we were talking about the wolf and the dog, right? When you're feeding your wolf, you are feeding the negative, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just go back and real quick. Okay, so here's the poem, just in case you weren't here last week. He says, there was once a young man who was about to turn into an adult. As part of the local tradition, he went to the medicine man before he became an adult in the tribe. When he went there, the medicine man told him, here is this dog. It represents love, joy, positivity, happiness, kindness, and faith. Here is this wolf. It represents hate, pain, negativity, cruelty, and fear. Both the dog and the wolf are inside of you, and they are fighting. Hey, Josh. The young man looked amazed and said, who's going to win? The medicine man took his hand and said, whichever one you choose to feed. So I just wanted to repeat that story so you can understand, how have you been feeding your wolf? How have you been feeding the negativity in your life? You know what I mean? And not even the negativity in your life, just the negativity in your life. How are you feeding the negativity in your mind? I know today I had some stuff popping off, and as soon as I wake up and I'm like, why am I thinking about that? Thank you for the daily puffs. Yeah. And I'm just like, what the heck? So when we have those moments, you got to be able to be like, you know what? Hold up. What am I thinking? Why am I thinking this? Let me fix this thought. Let me go back. Let me change this, because we're not doing this today. Let's go. I appreciate you, Josh. So think about that today. How are you feeding your wolf? And how better could you feed your dog? Remember, your dog is the positive stuff, the love, the light, the energy, the good stuff. What else did he say? Let me make sure I'm getting it right, because we need to be on point. And in order to be on point, we have to be repetitive. We'll listen to this, right? So your dog is all of the joy, positivity, love, happiness, kindness, and faith. How are you feeding that? Pay attention to that today, all right? Stopping is not an option. My best friend once asked me, Kubi, how is it that when life kicks you, you somehow always bounce back? You have the best bounce back of anyone I know. I laughed, and at first I really didn't know how to answer that. I had to think for a moment. How do I bounce back? If I'm honest, it goes back to the principle of the wolf versus dog. Here are some key things I do. All right. Don't dwell on the negative. Focus on this. Number two, focus on the solution, not the problem. Number three, get help. Find somebody, says, whether it's family, friends, mentors, associates. I say YouTube videos, like audio books. Like if you can't get to somebody, you'll find it. Talk to God and allow God to lead you to the book. You can go, if you can't buy books, you can go to the library. You know, if you don't have a library in your area, shit, call me. I'll send you a damn book. Like it's no excuses. All right. Sleep. Get sleep. Five, get off social media. Have some time, especially if it's not feeding you. We talked about this the other day. It says I don't scroll through other people's pages because I don't want to be influenced. I force myself to come off it as I definitely don't want to treat social media like a therapy room. Social media is the last place to journal your pain, and it will negatively impact your personal brand. So I stay away. Number six, put on comedy. I love watching something funny. Number seven, turn to your happy box. Y'all know I got my happy box. Y'all know. I got some free happy boxes. I got some stuff that costs a little bit of money, happy boxes, right? So he says, I have a virtual box of things that make me happy. Again, it's one of those silly little things that I like to do, but it works. And I'm telling y'all, yes, it works. In my happy box or a list of things that make me feel joyful when life is kicking me. On my list are go to the theater and lose myself in the magic of a musical, get all glammed up and watch a ballet at the opera, go swimming and block out the world underwater, go to the spa, get pampered all day, listen to gospel music. I always end up crying and praying and then feeling 1,000 times better once I've done that. And move your body. Move your body, all right? Choosing to develop your personal brand and win is just the start. Staying focused on winning and getting through the hard times is the key. The ones who become successful are the ones who refuse to stay down. Like everyone else, get kicked down, but they refuse to stay down. As such, let's do some homework. She says, write down 5 things that you could do and put in your happy box. 5 things that could go into your happy box. What are 5 things that you can put in your happy box? Hey, Monique. So for me, and here, this is, mind you, I read this a couple years ago. So it says skating, get glammed up and go to an art show, attend a comedy show, go dancing, paint and sip. And then it also says write down 5 things that you could do or already do when life kicks you. Meditate, read a good book, see a therapist. Hey, joyful, exercise, feel the emotions and move forward with a solution. I'll be honest, thank you for liking the live, y'all. That's my favorite thing to do. You know, one time, I know I say this story all the time. A friend of mine told me one time, he was like, fuck your feelings, Mecca, we got shit to do. And good, happy Monday. And I literally was like, you know what? You're right. And it took a minute, because it stung for a second. But after that, it was like, you know what? I got to move. I got to get focused and I got to figure out a solution. And guess what? I did. So I say, feel the emotions, cry, let it out. There's no point to keep staying stutter. You got to figure out a plan, right? Talk to God and get it done. All right. And what's your decision? Welcome back, y'all. A lot of people are not successful because they lack the discipline required for success. They are like Jekyll and Hyde in their brain. They say they want to be successful. Hey, thank you for the daily heart me. They say they want to be successful, but then they complain the minute they have to put in the extra work. They say that they want to be successful, but then they are not honest about what success looks like for them. To build your personal brand, you need to appreciate that you might not always feel like you want to do the things that need to be done, but you need to get them done anyway. Building your personal brand will take time. It's fun, but it's also a lot of long hours, dedication, focus, and smart work. So if the answer is I am already happy where I am, or I am not happy, but I don't want to put in the work to go further, I applaud you for speaking your truth. It's better to be honest with yourself now rather than going down the road feeling the pain of failure and spending the rest of your life complaining that you failed when you just didn't try hard enough. It's not, if it's not for you, it's not for you. And that's okay. We talked about that other day. Thank you for FYP. Thank you for that. But we talked about that the other day. Like, if you don't care to have a vision for your future, okay. You can be successful in that. If you choose to wake up and watch TV and that's all you go to work, come home, whatever it is you choose to do and you're successful in that, guess what? You are a success. Who am I or anybody else to say that you're not? Because you have chosen what you want to be successful in. But some of us over here want to accomplish some goals. You know what I mean? If that's the case, this probably not the channel for you. You know what I'm saying? Because we over here, I don't care if it's a small goal. It could be, I just want to be able to go upstairs and fold my clothes in my closet. That's one of my, I actually just want to get rid of a lot of stuff because I just feel like I got a whole bunch of nothing. And I'm tired of looking at it. I feel like it's just a whole bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? So, if, however, it says, now that you have made the decision to win, the next question is, what does winning look like for you? What does it look like for you? For some, it might mean that they are running Fortune 500 company. They see themselves as a CEO of a large corporation or sitting at the boardroom level. Another might be that they are a famous photographer. Y'all know I want award-winning photographer. One of my associates online just recently became an award-winning photographer, and I was so excited for that. I'm like, because he's dope, and it's seeing it. It's like, oh, it's my turn. It's my turn. I know that I just gotta put myself out there more with my photography, take more pictures, and learn to love editing. But hey, Tay, and then shooting all the A-list celebrities in the world, right? I did have a dream about doing that, but then I moved to Atlanta and I was like, it's not that fun. For someone else, it might be that they run a small but profitable business that allows them the freedom to spend with their children. For another, it might be traveling the world to consult on projects globally. They don't have a big team, but they make big impact. What does it look like for you? What does winning look like for you? Take a minute to close your eyes and feel it. Even if you don't know what the job title or the exact company, just close your eyes and feel the feeling of winning. Imagine what it looks and feels like. Oh, thank you. Now, take a minute to describe that feeling. So remember, in this book, you're going to be needing to take some notes, okay? I need you to take some notes because I need you to start digging deep so that you're able to be able to go when you leave here or finish this book, you're able to be like, you know what? I can be able to embody this in this brand. And I also want us to start thinking, right? If we're going to be doing this business, thank you, Tay. If we're going to be doing this business, right? We got to start thinking about building our businesses in a way that we're not building just jobs, right? So today, yes, over the weekend, a friend of mine said something a while ago, right? When he realized that his channel on YouTube wasn't going to bring in the income that other channels were bringing in, he's made a statement. He said, "Oh, thank you." He said that he felt like he had led his friend into the lion's den, right? And as I began to do this weekend, I felt like I would do anybody a disservice if I keep telling people how to build their businesses and just be a solopreneur. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for lighting up the gift. You lighten up the gift gallery. God damn it. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I got a little emotional, choked up over here. And I forgot what I was saying too. But main thing is, get a journal, start writing down some of the questions that are going in here, right? Because I get it. Sometimes we may have just dreaming, on a surface level. Okay, I just want to be able to make a couple $1,000s to feed my family, or like we got to really start thinking bigger, because at the end of the day, we could build these businesses and then we're constantly working. Like I was talking to a young lady yesterday. She said, "Yeah, I was," and I told her, I said, "I would hate to help you build this business because she's telling me, I want to be able to travel with my family." Currently, she works 6 days a week. If I help her build this business and don't help her build it right, she gonna be working 6 days in her business too. And I don't want that for us no more. Like we talked about delegating a few books ago. Last week we talked about sales. Like there has to come a time when we realize, and one, we don't want to be micromanaging people either. Like we don't want to build our business and then we gotta be micromanaging every damn body and we can't really take a vacation. So I really want us to start thinking about like, okay, am I building a business to just build a business and pay some bills? Or am I building this business to really make a difference in my life, make a difference in other people's lives? Because guess what? If you're hiring employees, then you're also helping they'll change their futures too. And if you're hiring employees and training employees to make your company better, it benefits everybody at the end, because if your business is making more money, you're happy, your employees are building their families and they're happy. Like I just want us to think about those things and not think about it in a way where it's just us doing the work constantly. Like we gotta bring other people in. All right, so here, let's do the work. Answer these questions before we move on. Right, I know we probably won't be able to answer them all, and maybe I'll put them somewhere so you guys can answer them later. Right, it says, where are you? Is it hot or cold? Is the place large or small? Are there lots of people in the team, or are you working solo? Are you behind the camera or the back office person? Or in the front of it leading the business and beginning the face of the brand? Do you work with your hands, or are you intellectual capabilities? What impact is your work having on those around you? What work are you doing? How does it feel to be doing it? So I guess maybe I'll put those up. Okay, we're almost finished. All right, we're almost finished. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than us. All right. It says the vision and the dream aren't just for you. The desire to win might be for yourself, but the result of winning, the manifestation of your business, your talent, your skills being put to use, is going to impact a much wider audience than the audience of one. It is for this reason that you need to feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. What is going on here? Okay, sorry. Uh-oh. Oh, I gotta. Hey, it's starting to cool. All right. Sorry. Okay. It is for this reason that you need to feel the fear and do it anyway. Your abilities and dreams haven't been given to you or haven't been given to you for you. They have been given to you for the impact that you will bring to someone else. What? What? Says your abilities and dreams haven't been given to you for you. They've been given to you for the impact that you will bring to someone else, for the lives you will touch and the people who will be impacted by the work you have done. This is irrespective of your industry, whether you're an architect with a gift of designing buildings that generations to come will discover, a construction worker with the ability to build roads that will help people drive to new destinations, a banker who is brilliant, blah, 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 right? Every gift, every skill, every talent that we have, they are not designed for us. They are designed to be used for a much broader audience. So your journey, your decision to win, your choosing to step out, your tenacity to step into the light. The journey will bring out the best in you, but the win will bring out the best in others. Focus on the want being attached to becoming to focus on the want. Focus on the one, being attached to something outside yourself, something that has much higher purpose than your own personal win. Maybe what you want is connected to supporting your family, training for a new career, or even leaving a significant legacy, such as curing cancer or eradicating modern day slavery. Attach your want to a wider need, as it will help you when you are feeling as if you're not able to win. It is said that as humans, we perform better when we are trying to achieve something that goes beyond our individual needs and desires, which is a beautiful thing. As you undertake the journey to personal brand success, it's good to have something bigger than you. That way, when you're trying to secure sponsorship for an event, for example, feeling of rejection, if potential sponsors say no, will mean nothing when the focus is on how the event can help others in a meaningful way. All right. I'm going to go. It says, try to see your personal brand success as a contribution to making others happy, or try to see how what you do adds value to someone or someone else. We are all put here for a reason, and it's not just to make money or to have a nice house or pay our bills or create extreme wealth. Yes, those things are lovely and in some cases very necessary. But we are here for such more than that. Your talents, gifts, character, personality, abilities, and knowledge are in you for more than just you. Believe it or not, you have been uniquely designed to help solve a unique problem in this world. Making sure my things are still okay. Mics is still up. Sorry. Really, really need. It says your world and those in your world really, really need what you have to show up without apology. The darkness all around us needs your light, your unique light. When you switch on your torch, your light creates a way for others to see. Yes, it might well be scary knowing that there are others who are dependent on your win, but it's also very rewarding when it happens. What's more, in the dead of night, when you are feeling like you can't, it's good to know that others are hoping you can. So don't just try to win for you, try to win for them. Take the I out of your journey to personal brand success and create a we. I am my brand starts with you, but it shouldn't end with you. The totality of Nelson Mandela's speech went like this: our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. I love this. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make magnificent the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Amen, 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 amen. Can you sit with that for a second? Like, we got to go out here and be great. We got to go out here and be great. It's no ifs, ands, no buts about it. No ifs, ands, no buts about it. It's time to go great. All right, now let me read y'all our affirmation for today, and let y'all go be great. All right. So our affirmation today is: I own my identity, my journey, and my power. I am the brand, and I am unstoppable. Hey, Grandma. I am my identity, my journey, and my power. I own my identity, my journey, and my power. I am the brand. I am unstoppable. Period. And let's do our mindset shift. You don't need to create a brand, you need to reveal it. Everything you are, everything you've survived, and everything you stand for is the blueprint. Now, here are some final segments from chapter one, because this did take us a couple of days, right? That was a little long. Here's some key reminders from this. Personal branding is not about creating a perfect image, it's about walking in authentic power. You know, one thing I love about what I've been seeing lately on social media, like one lady, she posted the other day, she posted a picture of her. She was all dolled up, and she was like, "This is me when I come on social media on my live, right?" And then she was like, "And then this is what I look like at home." And she was walking around with hair mess and stuff, and um, watching it, and I left a comment. I was just like, I love the authenticity of it, because a lot of times us women, we're looking at people, and some women are looking like, oh, she got it all together, and then she said, Paige, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So seeing as like, okay, I can relax, you know what I mean? So I think authenticity is power. And then when you lead with your truth, you build a brand that's sustainable, soul aligned, and magnetic. All right, I see you. Enjoy your day at the library. Your story deserves to be told on your terms. All right. So how has owning your truth already started shifting how you show up? I think for me, owning my truth and just being able to just be honest, being authentic, but also realizing like I gotta stay on schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much that I'm doing, and realizing that I gotta delegate some stuff. I don't have to keep the whole pie. I don't mind sharing, but I also gotta realize, I have to have things set up to bring people in. So um just owning that, I guess for me, is that's what's starting to shift. I gotta be able to show up. Hey, SD, in order for me to be able to show up, I gotta start being able to delegate. All right, now here are three next level brand moves to own your true publicity, your truth publicly. I'm sorry. Number one, speak your lived experience. Teach from what you know, not just what you've studied. And real stories are greater than rehearsed scripts. And number two, brand yourself with bold boundaries. Know what's off limits and what you're here to highlight. Not everything needs to be shared, but everything should be aligned. Number three, start leading the conversation you were born to lead. What's the message only you can bring to the table? Use your voice to guide, disrupt, and inspire. All right. Now, here are some questions I want to just put out there for you today. What's one limiting belief you're letting go of about sharing your truth? What's one limiting belief you're letting go of about sharing your truth? I think the limiting belief is that, I'm not worthy, Um, I think doing this, the more that I do this, the more I get conversations, or just people saying, Mecca, thank you for doing this, or, I'm just so grateful that I found you. And man, when I hear people say that, it just warms my heart, because I'm normally doing that to other people. And so when somebody does that to me, it's like, whoa, I did it. Hey, favorite. So I'm just like, I have to keep going, because God wouldn't have given me this. I'm not going to keep like I'm just not going to keep I'm not going to keep allowing the ideas and my talents to keep wasted. So the belief in myself, I'm worthy of everything that I deserve, and that I want in this world, in this life. So that's my limiting the belief, is that I'm worthy, that I'm not worthy of it. Now, what part of your brand are you committing to show up consistently? What part of your brand are you committed to show up for consistently? What part of your brand are you committed to showing up for consistently? Um, I think the what part of it, I think the authenticity part of it, just being able to show up and be like, look, this is the real deal, Holyfield, and also realizing that I don't want to lead nobody into the lion's den anymore. You know, I want to be able to set people up and understand, like, okay, you about to build this business, but think about these things. You know, when I was talking with the young lady yesterday and knowing that she works 6 days a week, it was like, okay, you work 6 days a week right now. You want to do this and you want to do this. Okay, what days are you going to have time? Like, how much money in your business are you going to be able to make to be able to say, okay, I can quit my job? What's going to be that number? You know, like we really dig deep yesterday because I'm like, I don't want to lead. I don't want to lead nobody in there. And I want whoever, hey, Terry, welcome in. I want anybody to know, I want everybody to know, like, it's going to be work no matter what. You can choose. Like, I was talking to somebody the other night, like, listen, I don't I get it. You know, if you're trying to build something, I get we gotta rest, we got but you know, all of that stuff. But I also get that sometimes that we can use excuses to continue to stay lazy. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, yeah, I just, you know, I'm just gonna just sit here and chill." And I'm like, "Okay, you know, you're not going to do anything for your stuff." And they're like, "Oh no, you know, my brain can't do it no more." And I'm like, "Okay, well, there's no point in us conversing on the phone no more since your brain is not working." You know what I mean? Like, go take some rest, get some sleep. So they're like, "Oh no, it's okay." And I'm like, "What? If you could talk to me, then you could go do some work for your business. You could be talking to me and doing that." Like, it just was giving excuses, and I was like, I don't know if I want to invest time in a person. Just like, I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing the excuses thing over here no more. You know what I mean? So, it was that was a hard thing for me to be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and exit to the stage left. You know? Um, Hold up, where'd I go? I just lost my space. Sorry, y'all. I just lost my space. I just lost my space. All right. So, what part of your brand are you committed to showing up for consistently? And that's for me, it's authenticity. Thank you for liking the live, Tay. What do you want your brand to be known for? Bold storytelling, confidence and clarity, transformation. I'm gonna say D, uh, resourceful, and E, all the above. So bold storytelling, confidence, clarity, transformation. I want transformation. Definitely transformation. Confidence and clarity. I mean, shit, all the above too, you know? I want people to know, like, when you coming over to this spot, hey, Davey, you gonna get the real deal. All right, here's our challenge for brand ownership declaration. All right. So, you know, during this live, we, every day, we got some activity that we need to be going out here and doing. All right. So today, you're going to write a public or private declaration. I am my brand because. All right. So that's your prompt to get it started. I am my brand because. All right. Write a public or private declaration. So this could be something that you write and put it on, you know, publicly, put it on and use it as content, or just put it in your journal and keep it private, right? Then I want you to record a 60-second reel video, right? Or IG story that introduces the real you. We're getting personal today, all right? Hey, Mrs. Carey. Over on YT. All right, so sorry, y'all. So record a 60-second video or IG story that introduces the real you. The Texas Bully or the Texas Belle, sorry, is in the building. Start showing up the energy of someone who already knows their story sells. Start showing up with the energy of someone who already knows their story sells. So just a little recap real quick before we get out of here. Um, Write a public. Here we go. All right. Just real recap real quick. Personal branding is not about creating a perfect image. It's about walking in your authentic power. When you lead with your truth, you build a brand that's sustainable, soul aligned, and magnetic. Your story deserves to be told on your terms. It's the question I want you to think about today. How has owning your truth already started shifting how you show up? All right. And then 3 next level brand moves to own your truth publicly. 1, speak from your lived experience. 2, brand yourself with bold boundaries. So know what's off limits and what you're here to highlight. Not everything needs to be shared, but everything should be aligned. 3, start leading the conversation you were born to lead. What's the message you only can bring to the table? And use your voice to guide, disrupt, and inspire. All right. And then your 3 uh, challenge for today: write a public or private declaration. I am my brand because. All right. Then record a 60-second video or IG story that introduces the real you, and start showing up with the energy of someone who already knows their story sells. All right. Yes, yes, Miss Carrie. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So that's a wrap for chapter 1. We made it through chapter 1 of I Am My Brand by Kubi Springer. So make sure you share this. Make sure you share I Am My Brand, because if you do a public declaration, um, please share it with me. Tag me in it. Hey Tammy, tag me so that I'm able to. Thank you for the daily heart me. Tag me in it so that I'm able to also, just share in the happiness for you doing that. And then if you are ready to build a bold, beautiful, and brave brand, like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, and tag your biz bestie. Share this session with someone who's ready to own their power. And remember, your brand is not what you create, it's who you courageously choose to be. It's who you courageously choose to be. So, see you tomorrow, same place, same time, same energy. Keep going, keep growing, keep growing. And I see y'all tomorrow for chapter 2. We'll be reading chapter 2, and that is, let's start at the beginning. All right. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. It's your girl, Mecca Joy. Peace. I'm out. All right, so we got 5 views over here. Hey y'all, so normally if I still have people here on, let me move this over here. I didn't realize. I literally try to do like some type of extra bonus after, but right now I'm about to finish building. I have to build a Wix website for a client, and I just I could share. Um, and I need to be. Oh shoot! You know what? No, I gotta get off of here because I gotta make some calls to some clients that was calling me while we was on the phone. But what I can do is come back a little later, and I don't know if that's something that, definitely let me know in the comments. If building websites or building your own website is something that you'd be interested in learning, maybe designing graphics in Canva, like let me know like what type of tutorials you guys are interested in, because I'm doing stuff every day, but I'm not always sharing it. And I don't mind sharing it. I just sometimes I do be like a little wary sharing other people's work, so I don't be trying to put their stuff out, but I would come online and do some classes or whatever. So definitely let me know in the comments or send me a DM or whatever, and I'll get it going. So I appreciate y'all for being here. It's your girl Mecca Joy. Make sure you join me tomorrow, same time, same place, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. This is the Growth Hour. And make sure that you register for the Growth Hour Collective, where it's our virtual co-working space where we meet up and we get work done. So you can go to the Growth Hour collective.com or click the link in my bio and register, and I hope to see you there Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. and then we started Saturday at 9 a.m. But that's I did it this Saturday and nobody showed up, but who knows, I just gotta keep doing it and we'll see what happens. But I appreciate y'all for being here. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and enjoy the rest of your Monday. All right, peace. We already been productive. We done read book already today. So if anybody tells you that you ain't doing nothing, you ain't doing enough, say, I ain't doing enough. I ain't doing too much. I ain't doing enough. All right, I'll see y'all later.